This is a marinated salmon. Only marinate it for about an hour. It'll start to break down the fish and make it mushy. Then these are some marinated pork loins. I put some pepper on them, but they came marinated. It's a cheap cut of meat. They're like $5.50 each. I give them away to the neighbors and stuff like that. And I use these digital or a digital thermometer with 2 probes. I probably would have got the 4 probe. I had to do all over again. Works excellent. ThermoPro. Can't beat it. You hit that magic number, you know it's done no matter what. And of course safe, right? Tell you, when you're doing stuff in a smoker, it takes a beating, man. That is thick, black, dirty smoke. I'd clean this before I left. Last night I used the firebox side to grill steaks, but I'm not using that today. But I am getting the coals hot. I'll tell you, that's worth every dime. The cheapest place you can get them, I think, is Walmart. I got mine at Tractor Supply, but I saw them later cheaper at Walmart. Got my wood out here. I'll tell you another thing. Use lump charcoal. You probably know that if you're smoking already. But here's an example. Like, you see the lump charcoal. One bag was $15 and one bag was $20. And you think, what's the difference? It's like, this is different than I use normally. So I bought them both so I could tell. Well, I'll tell you the difference. The Royal Oak is much more smaller pieces of charcoal, which is not good when you're smoking. You want the bigger pieces. And this, what the hell do they call this? Blue Hog. It's the big charcoal. Those are the ones you want, big pieces. So from now on, I'll buy blue all the time. You can see this is smaller pieces. Then I get my. It takes a long time to heat up the smoker, and you don't want to overheat it because then you're battling temperature the whole time. So I usually give it about an hour. And I found in smoking, less is better. I used to build this big raging fire so I didn't run out of heat. Actually, you have a problem keeping it cooler than you do warmer. And it's certainly easier to add than it is take away because you can't. So I'm changing my water pans in a little different area at the end. This is a cheap smoker. It's the Old Country Picos. And, it leaks. It's got a bad design. I've only paid $250 for it because it rusted, and then I put about $200 in mods on them. But it works for me. It's not the best. I'll upgrade next time. But I don't want to put too much charcoal because I don't want it getting too hot. Then I'll move my foam. So I get this going for about an hour. I filled it up too much last night, actually. But this would take forever to get red hot coals like this. I try and dump them in the center. Like that. And I also try and keep the coals away from the front of the fire blocks where it hits that cook chamber, because you get a ton of radiant heat. It's a cheap smoker. I'll let that go in like that. I think I'll throw on just one, just to get a piece of wood going. And I'll come back and I'm looking up around 200 degrees before I put anything on it. That's a tell-true thermometer, which is way accurate. I prefer to have the thermometer down around the cook chamber. I mean, not the cook chamber, the cooking grill. Great. I mean, after all, it's where the food's at. I found, the more that I got better at smoking, but the cheap went up high where it shouldn't be. It didn't really matter because I'm basically using a digital thermometer. What else am I going to tell you? So I want that wood to get going good. I'll let it get up to about 100. And somebody was asking me about brisket. This is easy what I'm doing today. Salmon's a no-brainer. Pork's a no-brainer. You really can't hurt it. Salmon's greasy, doesn't dry out. Pork, you really can't do anything to make it more tender. So even if you overcook it, you never undercook it because you're checking it with a digital thermometer. It doesn't matter. Brisket is the one you got to babysit. So you'll see this temperature slowly climb up. I come back out here. But I've had a good time doing this. I'm looking forward to a better smoker down the road. The only reason for a better smoker is to maintain temperature. A constant 225. You know, you don't have a temperature all over the place, highs and lows, and you don't have leaks in the seals. It's just, that's the whole trick to it. You get what you pay for on a smoker. These ones you see out in front of these chain stores at $300, $400, $500. You're wasting your money. You'll be trying to figure out why your brisket never tastes like some place you go where they're known for it. That's why. Temperature regulation. I can get away with it with this, but barely. So have a good day.